Today at Bark and Scratch Outpost, we have Matt Scheil from American Distribution and Manufacturing. He has 10 years of pet industry experience and supplies most of the pet stores here in the Milwaukee area.
Thanks, Gary. I wanted to take a few minutes today to talk about choosing the right pet food. There's a lot of different pet foods out in today's market, and it can make making a decision a little difficult. So here are a few tips on choosing a good pet food. The number one thing to do when you're in a pet store is ask questions. Smaller stores like Bark and Scratch Outpost specialize in an understanding of pet food and an expertise as to how to use those foods. If you're in a store and they don't have answers to the questions that you have, ask them if they can put you in touch with a manufacturer or if they'll do the research for you. The second point is knowing what type of pet food you want before you walk into the door. Companies nowadays offer many options even within the same line. Ask yourself, do you want a grain-free food? Do you want a food that's made in the US or Canada? Are you looking for a food without byproducts? These are just a few of the questions that you should ask the store and ask yourself as you're going through trying to decide which pet food you want. Here are just a few of the great options and some of the foods available on the market today. Foods like California Natural are very simplistic diets and great for sensitivities. Foods like the From 4-Star and the California Natural Grain-Free are great rotational diets for those pet owners looking to feed their animals different meat sources, different times each week. Foods like Evo and Taste of the Wild are two great grain-free options with two very different twists on the way to do a grain-free. If baked kibble is important to you, companies like Lotus Pet Foods are baked fresh daily in their own plant. If you need a good everyday feed without the fillers, foods like Innova, From Gold, and Wellness all have that to offer.
In my opinion, some of the best ingredients that can be in your pet's food are less processed organ meats. One of the biggest missed nutrients in pets today are all the vitamins and minerals and protein found in organ meat. The reason you don't find it in kibble is that organ meat is very expensive and the majority of the nutrients cook out with the high temperatures and extrusion that the ingredients go through to make kibble. For ease of transition into a raw diet, Northwest Naturals is a wonderful choice. They have nugget-sized niblets that are easy for any dog to digest. Lotus is also a wonderful choice. They have hamburger-sized patties with green lip mussel, which is wonderful for hips and joints. So whether you add the raw diet into your pet's routine as a treat or as a meal, just get it in there, because if they were allowed to hunt, it would be part of their diet every day.
These are just a few of the great choices you can make when it comes to pet food. More and more nowadays, you see people in the grocery store flipping products over and reading the ingredient labels on the back. The same goes for your pet at home. Stores like Bark and Scratch Outpost specialize in higher quality foods and can help you make the right choice when it comes to deciding what to feed your pet. Here are a few things to look for though on the back of an ingredient panel. You want to look for real meat as the first ingredient. You want to look for real fruits and vegetables, no byproducts or fillers. These items will make up a very nice pet food.
Remember, just because there's a lot of nice ingredients on the outside of the bag doesn't mean that's always what's inside the bag. And as always, at Bark and Scratch Outpost, we think outside the bag. Our friendly staff is available 7 days a week to show you a variety of local and national brand pet foods. Be sure to visit our freezer area for a large selection of diets and bones. Bark and Scratch Outpost, 5835 West Blue Mound Road. Leashed pets are always welcome. At Bark and Scratch Outpost, we think outside the bag.